Hi there, my name is Richard Brown, also known as the Property Voice, and thanks for joining me today. I'm going to talk about having a game plan. As you can probably see, I'm standing in front of some of my heroes, sporting heroes at least. Jessica Ennis here, and there's a number of other ones, and this is my wall of fame. Every time I have a little project that goes well, I try and reward myself with a signed photograph of one of my sporting icons, and Jessica Ennis, of course, is one of those, gold medalist at London 2012, amongst other honours. But the point I'm trying to make is, Jessica, along with every other sporting hero here, they had a game plan. They had a game plan. And they didn't do things alone. They set goals, and they had coaches, and they had a lot of other specialist input in order to get them to the level of success and excellence that they achieved in their careers, in their sporting careers. And that's how they achieved gold medals and win World Cups and other things that they've achieved. So in property, it's much the same. We need to have a game plan. I like to call the game plan a business plan because property is very much a business, and we should treat it as such. I'm a property investor and have been quite successfully for a number of years now, but it wasn't always this way. Just taking you back a couple of years, I had a corporate career and also had a business career. And in both of those, so in the corporate career, I worked for multinational companies, people like Microsoft, Siemens, and HSBC Bank. And there was a very formalized approach, there was a way of doing business, there was a planning cycle, you set goals and objectives, and you went about your business that way. I was a business development manager, and I had to deliver a business plan for the area I was responsible for. And in my own business, the same story was, applied. I had a bigger responsibility because I had the whole business to look after. And I looked after fundraising, six-figure sums on multiple occasions. I bought and sold and indeed advised on mergers and acquisitions in the smaller companies that I was involved with at the time. So, long and short of it is I had a business plan, I had a business-like and professional approach to my corporate life and my business life. But when I got serious about property, and this was I bought my first property in the mid-90s, but I got serious around about the mid-early 2000s, around about 2005. I had a eureka moment. You might have heard about that before. I won't bore you with it now, but I had a eureka moment. I thought, yes, property is what I want to do. But I spent 4 years between that decision and buying my first investment property. And the main reason was I didn't have a business-like approach to my property investing, which is incredible really, because that's what I did in my business life before and my corporate life before. But I didn't apply the same logic and principles to my property investing. So I finally got the message, if you like, and despite writing white papers about business investment appraisal and how to justify a business case and these sorts of things in my corporate life, I hadn't applied the same principles in my property investment. So I got serious, I got a plan, I set some goals and objectives, I set myself an action plan, and I focused on a few key areas. Prior to that, I had a lot of shiny penny syndrome. Whatever the flavour of the month strategy was one I was pursuing or at least interested in researching. I was a scattergun. I was talking to potential people to work with, particularly deal sources, and they'd say something like, "What do you want?" I said, "A great deal." What's a great deal? I didn't have any criteria, I didn't have any key performance indicators, I wasn't measuring what I was trying to do. So the long and short of it is, I was a bit sketchy, and then finally got it together. And what I'm talking to you about today in terms of the game plan or the property, the 360-degree property business plan, came together really as a result of that kind of experience. Now my business plan has goals, it has key result areas, it has key performance indicators, it has milestone reviews, it has a personal development and action plan, and it has a monthly action plan and indeed a more shorter time frame one as well. So, amongst other things. And so if you click in the link below, you're going to find some information about a workshop. And in that workshop, Damien Fogg, my business partner, and I, we've pulled together, if you like, our collective experience, 30 years worth of investment experience. We're going to focus on 3 core property strategies: rental, flips or added value flips, and joint venture partnerships. Because we know those pretty well inside out, and a lot of people starting out in property particularly, they're the sorts of projects they want to start with. So the idea of the workshop is not just to give you a template and then to send you off on your merry way. It's actually a little bit different. We're going to have some teaching or training, if you like. We're going to share the template, how to complete it. It's going to be your template, it's going to be personalized to you and your business and your circumstances. But we're also going to have breakout groups, and this will be an opportunity to work amongst peers. So it won't just be from the front to the floor talking about what you should do. you can get together in a huddle with people like you. And the point of that is it might be an ongoing relationship, maybe a mastermind group or a networking community that you can plug into after the event. So there's a value in that, I think, and some sort of shared support and accountability. And finally, we're going to come together and we're going to do some coaching. We're going to take people through how to actually complete their business plan with everybody else observing so that they can learn themselves. And if that isn't enough, there's going to be a follow-up 100 days later, just for a little bit of added accountability, because we all know what it's like. Go on a workshop, go on a training course, put the stuff in the bag, go home, have a beer or whatever, and then forget all about it. So we're going to be on your case. We're going to help you implement the ideas. And so the idea is really, the workshop is a springboard to make next year, 2017, your best year yet in property. So have a look at the information on the page that's linked below. Check out the workshop, see what you think, and it'd be really great if we could see you. It's just a small number of people, and it's going to be run on a cost recovery only basis because it's the first time we've done this, so we're going to give some extra value here. It's just going to run a cost recovery basis, but we'd love to see you. And if nothing else, if you've never met me in person, then, or indeed Damien, we're going to have a happy hour social at the end, so a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more informal. We can have a chit chat about your own personal situation as well. So check out the link. Thank you for listening to me this far in, and all the best to you for your property business in 2017.